Hey, it's Stu. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea did an episode about leprechauns. Now, just to recap to my younger viewers, this is the 1960s series that Sequest DSV ripped off in the 1990s. Now, some of you might ask, why the hell am I doing a video on what is sometimes known as Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea's worst episode? Many others might view this as Voyager's worst episode, but I personally don't feel that way at all. On top of that, Voyage is a pretty famous TV series of the 1960s, and I think some people would just like a basic understanding or knowledge of why Voyage did a show about a leprechaun. Now, I should point out that I was actually a child of the 1970s, not the 1960s, and I am Australian. Now, this is relevant because I am told that in 1960s America had a different view of leprechauns to what we have today. I don't have a complete knowledge and understanding of that subject, so I think I will just leave it at that. The smash hit 1960s series Bonanza also did an episode about a leprechaun or leprechauns, but it was slightly different from this, but it certainly was there, it was out there, it was popular, it was about leprechauns. So, yeah, even a western like Bonanza can do a story about leprechauns. In the 1990s, there was a horror comedy film series about leprechauns, which was quite entertaining to both young people and adults. However, once again, I should remind people that I was a child of the 1970s, not the 1960s. In the 1960s, viewers would have seen what's in front of you now and said, well, hang on, Voyage was once a deadly serious drama about espionage and spies, and look what it's turned into. But I have a different take, a more wild, fantastic take on Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea than some of the older fans of the series. And even fans who don't like the leprechaun itself like this episode because what's in front of you right now? Terry Becker as Chief Sharky. He got a greater, larger size role in this episode than many others. I mean, he's all over the damn thing making funny jokes. He's extremely good. Terry Becker as Chief Sharky is outstanding in this episode of Voyage. This episode has sometimes been nicknamed Voyage Meets Lost in Space. The actor playing the leprechaun also played a toy maker in the second season of Lost in Space. So the actor was sort of known for playing sort of weird, crazy, childlike characters. I have a slightly unusual taste in music, and I personally like the musical score for this episode. And in fact, I think the musical score is about 40% of the episode's entertainment value, but unfortunately, many fans of the series don't appreciate the music in this particular episode like I do. As well as Chief Sharky getting a lot to do, we get this guy, Patrick. You would have seen this guy as an extra in Voyage, but this is one of the few times in Voyage where he actually got a large speaking role. So there he is. Now, I have avoided going into details about the storyline, but basically it's a good leprechaun versus a bad leprechaun. And as always, Richard Basehart gives a fine performance. Many fans absolutely loathe this episode, but I give it 10 out of 10. Stu from Australia, signing out.